So the PS5 game Stellar Blade. Well, guess what? You won't have to be worried about the game being centered in the USA. You know, For example, I know a lot of games from Asia are centered, like they center blood and stuff for some weird reason, but they usually typically center the body of the characters because in the West, they're much less open about that stuff, obviously, than in Japan and Korea as well. But they said this game will not be censored at all. So there will probably be a lot of swearing, a lot of blood and gore in this game as well. You know, a lot of that kind of stuff. Which means the game will probably be rated M for mature as well. And the game is not going to be censored for the babies in like Germany. Okay, I think this game's probably banned in Germany because Germany does not allow violent games to be released as well. But the game will be uncensored in the game as well. I think countries like in particular Japan and the Middle East, games could be often, and of course Germany, banned for being too violent. So yeah, Japan and the Middle East, and Germany, our countries that are notorious for banning games. Okay, Mortal Kombat is banned in Japan, Middle East. So that means this game might be banned in Japan. It might be banned in the Middle East because and Germany as well because these countries they're a bunch of pussies. That's basically what I'm saying here. Okay, the game will be releasing in a few days as well. There's also a playable demo, as well. But it seems that they are not censoring the game. They're not going up. They're not listening to Germany, who loves the censor, who loves to basically force, Japan and Germany. Which is pretty funny that both countries were on the same side 100 years ago, but they both love to censor games. Both because Japan and Germany have a notorious past for banning games if they are refused to be censored. Okay, Germany is mostly games based off World War II, but also very violent games as well are banned in Japan and Germany. Okay, as well. In the Middle East, ban games can be banned for being overly sexualized, but it seems that they are not censoring the game. Okay, yeah, but it seems that they are not censoring the game for any country, which is pretty good because I never understand the unnecessary censorship that Japanese games get. If it's like a very very sexual game, that makes sense. But for example, a lot of 3DS games are censored from the Japanese version. Okay, there's cut items from the Japanese version. For example, let's use Tamagotchi Life for example, and we're gonna just go over Tamagotchi Life here. And this is not even like a violent game or anything. This is a game where you just work after Mii's. But they have changed. There's a lot of things that have been changed from the Japanese version to the US version. You know, including changing the football game from sumo wrestling to wrestling to football in the US version. And, you know, if you play the different versions, there are different items, different stuff that has been cut as well. Different things that are banned are not allowed here in the US version as well. For example, I think the infamous one is the bath scene that was cut as well, where it was cut from the game in the US version and instead replaced with a shower room, which is pretty weird that they cut that. Or there's a lot of food items in the game that have been cut from the other versions of the games. And this is very common with Japanese games to be just randomly, weirdly censored and changed into the West as well. Yeah. And yeah, what do you think about this video of them refusing to censor Stellar Blade? And yeah. Or another controversy with the Fire Emblem game where they removed the head padding game, where it's no one cared about that until it was brought to our attention. Okay, but again, Stellar Blade at least will not be censored in the USA. I don't know about Japan because Japan is a very strict country. They might be forced to censor it in Japan and Germany. You know, the two whiny countries that keep censoring games. You know, and yeah, Germany, video game censorship is very common in Germany. Okay. Especially anything revolving around World War II, which is pretty weird because you'd think that, this is about history. You not want to censor historical events, but in Japan and Germany are some of the most, you know, yeah, we can go to Germany. And so China also notoriously bans games too. But we have Germany here. These are all games that have been banned by Germany. Yeah. Yeah. And Mortal Kombat is some of the games that have been banned from Germany. You know, and Japan does this too. This is games that they refuse to censor, obviously, as well. These are games that are refused to be censored in Japan. Okay. And that's about this video here. Goodbye.